It's getting close to the start of the Dynasty season, and some trades have gone down, and people are actually starting to wake up. And we have some new rules that we need to talk about, and that you guys need to be aware of, because these were voted on, and I am going to be updating the league constitution to reflect the results of these polls. Okay, the first one is trading future picks. As you know, trading future picks is totally allowed in the year 2 and the year 4 leagues, but you must pay half your league's dues for the year in question that you're trading. So for example, if you are trading the year 2027 pick, you need to submit to your commissioner $75, because our buy-in is $150, in order to make that trade valid, right? We did this, of course, to avoid people selling out their future picks and then destroying the economy of the league and maybe leaving when things don't go their way. But this specific ruling addresses when and how long you have to pay that $75. We had a person in the league who believed that they should have a week, 12 hours, several days to pay for that, to make their payment for that. Most people in both leagues agreed that 3 hours is more than enough time to send the commissioner the $75 to lock in that trade. They got traded. We're going to call this rule the Ruggs rule, and we're going to call it that in honor of Henry Ruggs, who went and crashed his Corvette into a family and killed all of them at 2 o'clock in the morning. Okay, imagine if Henry Ruggs was involved in a trade between 2 league owners, and one of the league owners didn't pay the $75 for the next season, and now Henry Ruggs is going to prison, or at least most certainly he's not going to play in the NFL that year. I think that you can all imagine that it would be pretty messy, and it would be pretty difficult for me to try to get that owner to honor his commitment to pay, right? So this ruling locks in a 3-hour window in which you need to pay. You can cash at me, you can text me, you can Zelle me, you call me. If you trade a future pick, you must pay $75 within 3 hours of making that trade. Otherwise, you risk having that trade overturned, right? Not because it was a bad trade, but because it's not fair for you to offload the risk onto the rest of your league mates, right? I don't want to deal with any such sticky situations and have to get in the middle of your trade because, so-and-so went to jail now, and, the trade is devalued, and then, you're pissed off because you have to pay for a pick that got basically flushed down the toilet. Listen, pay what you owe as promptly as possible. And as a courtesy, just keep it simple. Don't even set that trade up unless you have the $75 on deck, right? Go ahead and pay what you owe, and be prompt in your dealings, and be mindful of the other members in your league, right? This is the sort of stuff that can destroy a league, stuff like this. So the league has ruled, after much debate, that we will transition to a linear draft. This is different from of course, the snake draft that we've been doing. Okay, the league has ruled that we will transition to a linear draft in 2027. The league has also ruled that this change will not take place this year. Right? We talked about it, debated it, we argued it, and a super majority of league members do agree that a linear draft is better, and it helps the weaker teams stay competitive for longer, which is what we want, in all fairness. But we also agreed that since a lot of picks have already exchanged hands, that it's probably not the best idea to do this right now, especially since our draft is like less than a week away. Okay? So be prepared for a linear draft in 2027. This year, though, we are drafting a snake draft the way we always been. Okay? And there's no change. There's no change whatsoever to the draft method in 2026. But be prepared for that in 2027. Pretty much as soon as the year ends, I'm going to hit the button and switch us to linear. So if I were you, I would probably hold on to my future picks just to see, right? We all need some time to transition and figure out this new way to draft. Our final poll for this week and our rule change was that a chaos raffle identical to the year 2 chaos raffle will be conducted for the year 4 league. So the year 4 members voted that a chaos raffle shall be conducted in the year 4 league. Okay, so that means one person will randomly get selected every single season to gain the power to change a league member's division from one spot to another. Okay, you can use it on yourself, you can use it on another league mate. If you don't use the power, it's going to go on to the next person. Right, so that's going to happen every year. And for this year, 2026, I am going to record it and do it on YouTube Live this Friday. This Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For this year, I'm going to omit my name. I'm not going to participate in it, so it'll only be the other 11 members. I will completely take my name out of it, but expect my name to be in it next year. So I'm going to throw this one to you, and I'm going to sit this one out. Okay, so pay attention to that. When the raffle is concluded, I'm going to call you or text you and let you know. You're going to have 12 hours, I'll say 24 hours to make a decision, right? Then, yeah,